Hello. I want to make this video. This has been on my mind for the last couple of days, and definitely over the years for sure. A woman's value and her age. Um, what is a woman worth, right? And I'm gonna try to cover a couple things, if my thoughts permitted. So, in this whole high value shit that's been flying around. I am bothered by it totally and completely. It doesn't make a lot of sense because what's high value to one person may not be high value to another. I mean, really don't have to go too far into that, but basically, um, yeah, it's just what one person values is different from what another person values, and so to create this grid or graph of what makes somebody high value or not is comical to me. And it's low value behavior and mindset in my opinion, right? um yeah, I can't even go to how I feel about that whole narrative being pushed now. But in saying that, I've noticed mixed into that shit is what the high so what I've gotten the high value criteria for a woman is that she's young and she's pretty and she doesn't have any kids, right? So you have stuff now where you have like videos and that manosphere shit where they're talking about women at 35 have hit the wall. Like hit the wall, right? They out the game. So I just, absorbed it. And, I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I'm like, this is just some straight bullshit from the shit dumpster of hell, right? So I'm just like, I didn't take it seriously. But hold on, my headphones cut on. But you start to realize, there are some vulnerable ass people out here, right? There's some people who are young, oh, and old, um, and weak minded, like delusional, right? So somebody will tell them something and they'll take that shit as gospel, right? So that does impact how we engage with each other and how we interact with each other in this world, right? So, you know, we're coming into an age where some men are actually seeing women as women. Oh my god. They're human too. But yeah, so the criteria of a high value woman: young, no kids, a nice body, I guess, whatever, because there's so many types of bodies, but I guess there's a body template, and submissive. And it's just beyond comical to me, right? Then I noticed the narrative flying back and forth where you have young girls taking pride in having sugar daddies. Like they talking about having sugar daddies like little kids be excited about actually having sugar babies and daddy candy, right? And I'm just like, okay, that's the move now. Like, I don't know. That's the move. I don't know. So, but then there's, the narrative going around like women 35. I've even heard some say 28 hit the wall, worthless, ran through all kinds of horrible shit, right? Just everything possible to degrade womanness, right? And in the meanwhile they're gassing, these young ladies, right? Telling them they're valuable because of that whack ass criteria I mentioned a couple times, right? And to me, what you see happen is you see young girls getting gas. They think that they are the shit simply because they're young, right? What I want to say to that is the young woman that you are today will be a part of the woman that you will grow into in the future. If your time span is as long, you know, on this earth for you to progress to maturity, right? And so, you know, your value is more than your sex appeal, your sex. That there's way more value to you than that. Like, you can think, you can create, you can build, you can love, you can nourish, you can learn, you can do anything and be anything that you want to be. So I just don't think it's wise for you to run around with a big head because some older man is pitting you against other women who can be a blessing to you or give you some insight or wisdom or experience for roads that they've traveled before you, right? So you see it's created competition against older and younger women, right? Um and yeah, it's thrown everything off balance. Then you have the older women who are like desperate, like they feel like their life is over, right? like at the big age of 28, it's over. 35, but so they may get desperate and they may settle for somebody who is not worthy of everything that they are, of all the value that they have, right? And side note, like there was a video of they've been doing like reviews on, what was wrong with the movie A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. I'm like, everything. Martin was a complete asshole, and yet they still painted her as the villain. Like, but maybe that was the lesson to be learned. Don't be a jackass. Don't let your ego lead you. If a woman rejects you several times, she may not want you, whatever. And then she told him she was crazy, right? He was still with it. So in saying that, like one of the videos, somebody was like, "Oh my God, I couldn't believe that Lynn Whitfield was 43 in that movie," and I was like, "Yeah." When I think back to my youth, my childhood, when there was a movie or like when there was something and there was a female lead and the female was a woman, it was a woman, right? They were grown as fuck. Like, I got confused because here I am at my big age and I'm like, well, damn, I'm a woman now, right? But I remember like the love interest and they were grown. Like, how old was Vivica Fox in Booty Call? I mean, we can go on and on and on, but I can't pull a lot out my head right now. But most of the celebrity stars, they were grown ass women, right? And they were presented as desirable because they were they were very like grown and sexy, right? But it's changed now to where like the sexy like is somebody who literally tripped over the line of teenagehood to adulthood. And it's like that's disturbing as fuck. Like when everything presented to us is it's over glorifying youth. Let me say that, because youth is not to be despised. Youth is wonderful, right? but it's keeping us in a kid state of mind because you can't see past your 20s, your teens. There's so much more to life. Like you continue to grow. Like you continue to grow. I'm sure the oldest person alive could have still learned something, right? Just because you've stopped growing physically, remember the physical is the shell. The spiritual, I don't know if there's any limit to how much you can learn and grow, right? But we're forced into this short-term thinking like we have to be forever young. And because it's so over glorified, like people who are not young anymore feel like they're not valuable. That's bullshit. They're not high value. I can't. When I see that shit, it be so funny to me. It's hilarious to me. I guess what is disturbing is it has a following. That's thought we were making progress, people. But there's always gonna be somebody around the edges doing something unsavory. But yeah. So like there's beauty in each phase of your life, right? And here I am um at 39 and I'm so fucking happy to be alive. Like I feel so good. I've grown so much. I've learned so much, right? I've survived so much and I'm here, right? I've been blessed to do so many things. I've been through a lot, right? But I'm still here. So I'm still here for a reason, basically. And so, yeah, there's changes that happen as you get a little bit older in your body, but it's nothing that can't be countered with healthy living and taking care of yourself, right? Like our bodies are amazing. So I just wanted to make this video to remind women that you are always high value at every stage of your life, right? And the weird thing about this narrative of these old ass motherfuckers thinking that they're entitled to young girls, like entitled to young girls. It's weird because I'm just like, well, then who do the young boys go to, right? Like, y'all snatching up all they pretty young things. Who they gonna fuck with? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all greedy. Y'all greedy and fucking weird. And the thing is it's not because a young woman has more value than a older woman, right? What it is it's more than likely the younger mind is underdeveloped. So she just gonna be on some stupid. She gonna let your ass do some stupid shit and be a fucking asshole, right? Until she comes to her fucking senses, because she's gonna come to her senses, right? So like, it's not you wanting a younger woman is just pure laziness. It's not that they're more desirable, it's that you're fucking lazy. You don't want to put in the you so lazy, you don't want to do any spiritual work. Your ass want to stay stunted as a spiritual being, and instead of you growing your ass up spiritually and mentally, you gonna go back into childhood, into teenagehood, in the early and then you want to turn and tell women like me that we have no value. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously. So value is whatever you have to bring to the table, and the value lies in the valuer, right? You know, so I think really we need to just really consider, what do we really value, right? What do we really value? And so yeah, like I just had to like bringing that back up. When I was a kid, the leading star, the women, the celebrities who we saw in the movie, they was grown ass women. They wasn't kids, right? We are allowed to age and grow and look forward to each phase of our life, right? You don't let no man or nobody tell you you don't have value because you're not young. Get the fuck out of here. You know? So I just wanted to get this out. It probably is all over the place because I was just like, I'm committed. I'm committed to my process, right? So I've made the decision to make videos, right? And upload them. And so I don't know how long that'll be. I could delete them all tomorrow, honestly. But I'm just saying, your value is you. Your value is you. And don't let anyone tell you you're not valuable because it just means you're not valuable to them. But what the fuck are their values, anyways, right? Love yourself at every stage, as a young woman, as a teenage girl, as a young adult woman, a middle aged woman, uh, a elder. You know, you every phase deserves to be loved and embraced. Don't let nobody stunt your mind. So, with that, that's all I have for today.